I gotta admit something to you guys. It's time. I just gotta own up to it. The first step is admitting that you have a problem. Hello, my name is Jeremy, and I'm a gear snob. I said what I said. At times, I can be a bit of a gear snob. With all the high-end, high-speed Gucci gear out there, it is easy to get sucked into that black hole that is gear snobbery. But today, good friends, we are here to do a little high-end gear rehab, a detox, a Gucci gear intervention, if you will. We're going to talk about some more budget-friendly options that I think everyone should have in their EDC. I love me some high-end, high-quality gear. I'm a huge proponent of the buy once, cry once school of thought, especially when you're dealing with everyday carry items that get a lot of use. I would rather spend more money on something that is going to hold up and serve me well for years and years to come than save a few bucks and then end up a few months down the road, have a tired ass broken POS that isn't doing me any good, and then I have to rebuy crap anyway. But there are some more cost-effective gems out there. It is very possible to get high quality gear that will last years without having to, I don't know, sell a kidney, get a second mortgage on your house. Now, a quick caveat. The term affordable or budget are kind of relative terms, right? Some of the items on this list may or may not fit your particular definition of affordable or budget, but relatively speaking, they are cost-effective and high-quality options. Now, one thing you can never go cheap on is taking care of yourself. So let's take a quick second here before we get into gear to thank the sponsor of today's video, Tiege Hanley. You guys know that I have been working for years now to fight against the stigma that some guys have, that taking care of yourself and staying well-groomed, which includes some basic skincare, isn't something that guys need to do. Hold your horses there, skinny jeans. Did you just say skincare? For the love of God, man. If I do a video that even mentions a whiff of the word gear in any way, shape, or form, you come flying in like Charlie Sheen to an 8-ball of booger sugar. Brother, when you say skincare, I hope to God you are talking about some kind of first aid on a burn, because ain't no self-respecting guy using no face cream. I mean, hell, even showers are more of like a suggestion than a hard and fast rule. One, that's nasty. That explains what that smell is. Take a damn shower. And two, really? No self-respecting guy, you say? That's affirmative. Tell me one more time. What is it? What's your favorite movie again? Man, you know damn well it's John Wick. And what's the guy? The name of the guy? The actor that plays John Wick. Come on now, man. Really? Only one of my favorite guys in Hollywood? The one and only Keanu Reeves? That's right, that's who it was. Now that is an example of a proper guy. A real man's man. Damn right. My man rides motorcycles. He owns a motorcycle company. He trains jiu-jitsu, and most importantly, he can run a gun for real. None of this Hollywood bull crap. My dude trains at Terran Tactical. Oh, you get no pushback from me, brother. I agree. And as you just said, he is a proper man's man. And at the ripe old age of 58, so creeping up on 60, and his mug still looks like he's in his 30s, if you don't think Keanu is taking care of his skin, maybe hitting it with a little moisturizer every now and then, you're crazy. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, you kind of painted me in a corner here. Look, I'm not trying to get you nuzzled up. I'm just saying guys need to take care of their skin the same way they take care of any other part of their body. And lucky for us, the guys at Tiege make skincare products designed specifically for men. They keep it super simple, and they even have packaging in flat black, which is like your favorite tactical color. Check it out. Well, if I'm being honest, these days I'm more of a Ranger green guy, but I do appreciate a good tactical black. Matches my old boomstick. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. You've got a daily face wash to clean you up, an exfoliating scrub to knock off all the dead skin and the gunpowder residue, an AM moisturizer with 20 SPF to protect you from the melanomas, and a PM moisturizer. They also have a card with instructions on how much to use and when to use it, because if you're like me, you have no clue on how to use this stuff. Being a member also has cool benefits like 20% off retail price, ability to customize your box, exclusive deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because the good folks at Tiege Hanley are sponsoring this video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click on the first link in the description and you will save 30% off your first box plus a free gift. So just click the link below and get started today. Okay, all right. Calm down over there, baby Gap. I'll give it a go. What in the hell are you doing, man? Man, this stuff is slicker than a menace dick. Probably use this to lube up my bolt carrier, along with a few other things, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, what is wrong with you? Did you get dropped on your head as a child? I mean, probably. We didn't wear seatbelts back then. All right, let's get to this list before Tackleberry over here gets this video demonetized. One can't really talk about EDC without talking about a knife or blade of some sort. A knife is the one piece of gear I have on me pretty much 24/7, unless I'm sleeping. And even then it's on the nightstand next to me. I love my Chris Reeves, my Microtex, my Protex, all the high-end stuff as much as the next guy. But when I found this little budget banger right here from Savivi, let's just say I was impressed. This is the Savivi Chevalier, and it's not the first time I've mentioned this on a video. I've brought this knife up a bunch because I love it. I'm just amazed that they were able to do what they're able to do with this knife at this price. You've got a 3.4 inch 14C 28N coated sheep's foot blade on this one, 0.12 thick blade stock with a full flat grind, which is nice because that keeps it really slicey. It's also very easy to sharpen. 4.41 inch handle with micarta scales. Total length is 7.87 inches. Total thickness 0.52, which is really nice. It's slim and it kind of disappears in your pocket. It is a flipper with a button lock design with those ceramic ball bearings, which means the action on this thing is, it's just that of a much more expensive knife. I mean, I've got way more expensive stuff that doesn't have actions as good as this knife. It's got a little nail nick, or I think they call it a fuller. So you could also like, hold on, I can't do it all the time. There it goes. You can also spidey flick it with a little practice. So multiple ways of opening. It also has a reversible deep carry pocket clip. So for you wrong-handed folks out there, you're good and covered. It is tip up only though, the way God intended. So all you tip down heathens out there will just have to carry a knife the correct way if you want to use this knife. Oh man, that's gonna piss some folks off. Guarantee I'm gonna hear about that in the comments. It's just a banging little EDC knife. In my opinion, it's the perfect size. Also big enough that you can get a nice full grip on it, which I like. Sometimes smaller knives get on my nerves. This one, you can get a good full 4-finger grip on it. And for, wait for it, 70 bucks, you won't have to be overly precious about it. If you're doing something stupid you shouldn't be doing with a knife and you snap the tip off, you're not crushed. You just prime another one to you. You got it in 2 days. No big deal. Now, some of you guys are probably like me in the fact that you carry more than one blade at times. I often carry a utility knife to save the edge on my main knife. Or for some of you less fortunate folks that live in areas where freedom is basically dead, there are blade length restrictions and stuff you guys have to deal with. So in either case, a pocket utility blade is a handy piece of kit to add to your EDC. My usual go-to is this guy, the Big Idea TPT Slide. I love those guys, and this little titanium piece of EDC greatness is kind of my gold standard, my benchmark. It's super lightweight, it's high quality, just all around awesome. But for the purposes of this video, this falls more into that kind of high-end category, so this one's out. What I have found is this guy from Gerber that I really like a lot. It's called the Prybrid Utility. Don't know about that name, but the tool itself is pretty great. You got a 4.25 by 1.25 footprint, weighs about 2.9 ounces, has G10 scales, replaceable utility knife with like standard utility blades. You got a nail puller over here, you got a flathead, pry bar, wire stripper, you got a little area back here that you can cut like small cords with and stuff. And of course, what would we do if every EDC item known to man didn't have a bottle opener. Seriously though, how many bottles do we really need to open that we need a bottle opener on everything, like within reach at all times? I don't open that many bottles. I mean, hell, most bottles these days are screw caps. So I don't really get why everybody puts a bottle opener on everything. I don't understand it. Nevertheless, it's a cool little pocket tool. You drop it in your pocket, pop it on a keychain, and you'll always have a sharp blade on you for day-to-day tasks. And the best part is you can grab one of these on Amazon for like 25, 30 bucks. Only downside is I do wish it had a pocket clip. Not the end of the world, slip it down in your pocket. The upside, it is larger than something like the TPT slide, so you can get like a nice full grip on this thing, and the G10 scales are very grippy, so you can get a really nice grip. So if you're like cutting up a bunch of large boxes or doing something, it really is kind of nice to have the larger size. Ah, flashlights. Or as my friends from across the pond call them, a torch. I've gone back and forth over the years with carrying a flashlight. Not that I don't think they're useful, I absolutely do. And when I do carry one, I'm always glad I have it, and I use it way more than I actually think I would. They're actually very handy. Some people are like, well, I got a light on my phone. It's not the same thing. Surefires, which are some of my favorite lights, are under no circumstances budget. Those things can be a pretty penny, and it gets even worse than that. My buddy Taylor from Best Damn EDC, I'm pretty sure at one point he had a full titanium little carry flashlight that he was using that was like around the $400 or $500 mark. Like, flashlights can get very expensive. Both options we have here today are from the company Streamlight. I've had a ton of their products and they've always done me well. This first one is the Streamlight Wedge, one of the new-ish models from Streamlight. I was actually looking for a surefire stiletto when I found this guy right here, and I gotta say, I like this guy a lot better. You've got 300 lumens on this guy with a, I guess you would call it like a turbo mode that will get you up to 1,000 lumens for 35-second bursts, which, I mean, blinding. More than bright. Can you see that back there? More than bright enough. You've got a 1,500 milliamp rechargeable battery with about a 3-hour runtime, depending on how much you turbo. Your footprint is 5.46 by 1 and only 0.6 inches thick, which is why I like this so much for EDC. Really slides down in the pocket nicely. It has an all aluminum body with IPX7 water resistance rating, which means you can put this guy in submerged in, I think it's 1 meter of water for 30 minutes with no damage. More than durable enough, in my humble opinion, for EDC purposes. You got a deep carry pocket clip. This thing kind of reminds me if Microtech made a light, right? Shape and size are very similar to a Microtech Ultratech. I mean, very similar. I mean, man, even someone like the knurling on the side is like very similar to the knurling that Microtech uses. Like, really reminds me of a Microtech a lot. But they put the switch in a different place. It's a convenient little side switch, which actually works really well for when you're moving this thing around. It's kind of just right where your thumb lands, which is nice. And then you just bump it forward to go to the turbo mode. Really, really dig this light. I really like the look of it. And you can grab one of these for around 80, 85 bucks, which when you compare that to the Surefire, which I would consider probably like the closest in design and purpose, you're gonna fork out close to, I think it's 160, almost double. So I don't know, seems like kind of a no-brainer to me. Streamlight Wedge, kind of banging. Now you may be saying, Jeremy, 80 bucks still ain't what I'm calling budget, my dude. I'm here for you for around the 30 buck mark, which, come on now, 30 bucks is budget under any stretch of the imagination. You can get a Streamlight Stylus Pro 360. Pretty cool little light with a feature I don't think I've seen on any other light anywhere, I don't think. It has the normal flashlight mode that you click it on and you got your normal little pen flashlight. But then you can go gadget this dude, slide this up, and you've got like a little 360 lantern. You know, how cool is that? It's got this little tail cap that it stands on. You can put that down. Bob's your uncle. You have a nice little ambient light for general purpose work. If you're doing something in the dark and you just need general lighting, set that down and then you can do what you need to do. Super compact, only 64 millimeter diameter housing, 5.9 inches long. IPX4 water resistance on this one, which means it's still good for like splashes and rain, which honestly, that's all you need for EDC, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna go scuba diving with the damn thing, for God's sakes. At 65 lumens, we're not dealing with the brightest light in the world. I mean, it's not setting the world on fire, but it gets the job done. The upside of the lower lumens is you get 6.5 hours of runtime off 2 AAA batteries. It's got a removable pocket clip, a momentary on or a constant on tail cap. Click it in, all the way on, bump it, momentary kind of thing. This is a no frills light, but they're well built. They're 30 bucks. They're plenty bright for what most people use an EDC light for. Plus, that 360 feature is pretty cool. I mean, it's blinded me, it's bright enough. And for 30 bucks, if you lose it, which I've been known to do, you won't curl up in the fetal position and cry yourself to sleep. Hell, buy a few of these things, keep one on you, keep a couple in the house. When the power goes out, keep one in your ride so you got an extra flashlight in the car. Come on, budget banger. Possibly one of the most underutilized, underrated, and affordable pieces of EDC gear in existence. The humble bandana. It just so happens that your boy just did a drop on these pretty sweet bandanas, if I don't say so myself. They just went live about, I think it was about a week ago now. 100% USA cotton, 100% USA made. Drop links down below if you're interested, but you don't have to buy mine, even though you should. Any bandana will do. The guys from Mill Scale, I've got one of theirs too. It's a really cool bandana. Shameless promotions aside, bandanas are inexpensive and they have a metric shit ton of uses. I often tuck one in like my front or back pocket to wipe my hands on when I'm outside barbecuing or cooking. You can wrap one around the back of your neck like a gaiter to keep the sun off your neck. I'm already redneck enough. I don't need any sunburn helping me out. You can also, when it's hot outside, you can get them wet and then put them around the back of your neck, and it also really helps keep you cool when it's like 9,000 degrees outside. You can go Old West bank robber style and put it around your face, use it as a dust mask. I used to do that quite a bit when we used to go four-wheeling down dusty trails. Really helps keep all the dirt out of your teeth. You can use it as a napkin to get that blob of mayo out of your beard. If you guys that are living that beard life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Clean your glasses off. The old traditional Axl Rose headband, makeshift bandage. That's just to name a few. Point is, they are super useful. Don't take up very much room when you fold them up in your pocket. They weigh almost nothing and are super cheap. So get yourself a bandana. Oh, watches. Oh, watches. This is potentially the most expensive rabbit hole of them all. This is couch sleeping, marriage ending rabbit hole type shit, especially when you get into the whole world of mechanical watches. It gets deep fast. Oh boy. You can literally buy a pretty damn nice car for the price of some of those watches. But sometimes you want something, let's call it a little more, let's say, easy. Something you don't have to worry about so much. The Casio G-Shock, which is the watch I happen to be wearing today, referenced GA2100, or more affectionately known as the Casio Oak because of its design similarities to the AP Royal Oak. G-Shocks have been known for years as being bomb-proof, reliable watches. And they developed a bit of a following, almost a cult-like following. People love the G-Shocks. I've had multiple G-Shocks over the years, but I think the Casio might be my favorite one. It's still got that G-Shock DNA, the basic look and feel, but just a touch less bulky, and with the majority of the face being taken up with analog hands and a smaller area reserved for the digital, it's got its own kind of vibe going. The face still is on what I guess most would consider the larger side at 45 millimeters, but with a 47 millimeter lug to lug and the height only being 11.5 millimeters. It's still substantial on the wrist, but it's not as overbearing as some G-Shocks can be. It's got 200 meter water resistance, weighs only 51 grams. You get about 3 years of battery life. It's got that famous G-Shock carbon resin case and resin band. It has all the features you would expect from a digital watch. 12 and 24-hour clock, alarms, world times, stopwatch. I personally dig the version that I got, which is the totally murdered out 0 dark 30 version. But if that's not your jam, they offer it in a ton of different colors. Overall, it's just a good looking, durable watch that will take a beating for years and years to come and keep plus or minus 15 seconds a month accuracy for around $100. Now, if that's not a budget banger, I don't know what is. Medical gear is something that I feel like people don't really talk about in their EDC videos very often, but I think it's super important part that everyone should have squared away. Having like a little small trauma kit in case shit goes sideways can literally save a life. When I say EDC on this one, I obviously don't mean on your person. I mean, this thing would be a little big to stick in a pocket. While it is a good idea to have it on you, I rarely have this actually on me unless I'm at the range or out shooting somewhere, in which case I usually wear something on my belt. But this little kit is small enough to keep in your backpack, in a fanny pack, in your car. Point is, should be close enough that it is readily accessible pretty quickly. This little kit right here is from a company called Dark Angel Medical, and it is their EDC kit. The options I have it outfitted with here, it runs about $140 and includes 1 package of hemostatic gauze, like, you know, quick clot type kind of thing, 1 pair of nitrile gloves, a mini compression bandage, 1 pair of chest seals, and this one has a cat tourniquet. You can also get a soft T tourniquet if you want, but this one has the cat tourniquet. Comes in a 500D nylon pouch, easy to access with a Velcro closure in this pull strap that you just rip it and it comes right open. All the components are sealed on the inside, vacuum sealed package. Has some webbing on this side for you to put your trauma shears and some Velcro to hold it in, and some elastic on this side to hold your tourniquet. On the back, you have some malice clips you can attach to some MOLLE. Below that, you also have a pass-through, so if you want to slide it over a belt, you can do that also. For $140, I think this is a great, compact, one and done, easy solution to have the basics on you to help control a dangerous bleed. You could for sure get everything that's in here and piecemeal it together yourself, but I think Dark Angel has done a really great job with this one, putting everything together for you so you don't have to fuck with it. If you do choose to build one yourself, just make sure you're getting your medical supplies from a reputable dealer. I've heard some horror stories out there about there being lots of knockoff fugazi-ass tourniquets out there on the market, and the last thing you want to do when you're using a tourniquet, your windlass or something snaps, and then you got a real problem. Definitely, if you don't want to buy something already put together, just make sure you're getting your stuff from a reputable source. That is my list of things that you can add to your EDC kit without breaking the bank. Hopefully you guys found this one helpful. As always, I will link everything we talked about down below for your clicking pleasure. But before we say goodbye, let's make sure we do this video's giveaway winner, and then we'll talk about the giveaway for next video. Last giveaway was, we gave away, giving away one of the bandanas from last week. All right, let's get up random comment picker and go. Winner this week is Colton Ormiston. Maybe Ormiston? Colton, I'm sorry if I totally screwed that up. Colton says, summer cookouts clap cheeks. Colton, my dude, you must be on the live streams because we talk about stuff that claps cheeks. That's right. Summer cooking does clap. It also sweats cheeks because it's hot as shit out there. Well, Colton, thank you, my brother. Congratulations. Thank you for being a subscriber, for commenting, liking the video, and all that stuff. And we'll be sending you one of these sweet new bandanas your way for sure. We will reach out to you down below in the comments and give you our email address for you to contact us so we can get your shipping info. Before we do this next week's giveaway, our weekly scammer warning, I always announce the winners live on video. So if somebody contacts you down below and you didn't hear me say your name, it's a scam. Those assholes are always out there. Although I will say, I think it's been working because I haven't seen them as much lately. But nevertheless, we announce winners live. Don't get scammed. Okay, for this week, well, hell, we talked about this in this video, so let's give away another bandana this week. Rules are as always. You have to be a subscriber to both channels, both this channel and the After Hours channel, our second channel, where we do our weekly live streams, and then we're gonna start doing some pew-pew content over there and whatnot. So subscribe to both channels. Gotta smash that like button, and then comment down below. This week, let's do hashtag budget banger, and then hashtag bandana. All right, folks, well, that will wrap up this week's video. Definitely keep an eye out because we got some other cool EDC related stuff coming. We got the rest of this room remodel coming very soon. We got the next edition of the truck EDC build I'm doing coming very soon. I've got another Traeger review coming soon, so lots of cool videos coming post haste. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to smash that like button. That always helps us out. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. We'd love to have you on board. Hope everyone is having a fantastic week, and we will see you in the next video. I have a funny feeling this was a long one. There was a lot to go over. Hopefully I can edit it down and this isn't like a 30-minute video, because I know you guys, I feel like there's a breaking point where you guys just get tired of looking at me. I mean, I would get tired of looking. I totally get it. I do. I really do.